You don't live with them, not yet. They're still in their own home, still making their own coffee, still feeding the cat and paying the bills. But somehow, you're already the one carrying it all. You're the one who gets the calls when something doesn't make sense, when a bill seems strange, when there's a prescription question or a weird ache that might be nothing. You're the backup plan, the emergency contact, the just in case. And slowly, almost invisibly, you've started managing two households, theirs and yours. You don't complain, but it's catching up to you. You carry the calendar, the reminders, the silent expectations. You're not their live-in caregiver, but you're already living around their needs. And no one prepared you for this. Not fully. No one said, here's how to manage this season. The season before full-time care, before decisions need to be made. Because this season is the quiet one, the invisible one. But it's also the most pivotal. It's the space where guilt creeps in slowly, where exhaustion isn't dramatic, it's cumulative, where you feel responsible but unsure where the line is between helping and slowly losing yourself. It starts with small things, running an errand after work, handling an online form, sitting through one more doctor's appointment just so nothing gets missed. You say yes because you love them, and of course you want to help. But slowly, those small things add up. One call turns into 5. One task turns into a routine. You begin thinking 2 days ahead. Not for yourself, but for them. You're doing their grocery list in your head while cooking your dinner. You're memorizing their medication names when you can barely remember what day it is. You know their insurance provider, their last lab results, their pharmacy's phone number, and in the quiet of your own home, the weight never fully lifts. You wonder if you miss something, if they're forgetting more than they let on, if that bruise is nothing, or the beginning of something bigger. This isn't caregiving, you tell yourself, not yet. But in your mind, your heart, your calendar, it already is. You've entered the before. The stage where no one calls it caregiving, but it is. Where your time is theirs before they've even asked. It's a strange space, because on the outside, everything looks normal. They're still independent, still driving, still making their decisions. But inside, you're building the scaffolding, you're bracing yourself. You're adjusting your life, your plans, your future for the moment when before becomes now. And no one's talking about it. You're balancing the invisible. Watching patterns, noticing changes. Are they calling more often? Are they repeating stories? Are they remembering to eat? You begin tracking, not out of control but out of care. But even care can be heavy. And while no alarms are going off, your instincts are already on high alert. You start reading between every line of every conversation. You can hear fatigue in their voice, hesitation in their words, and you're constantly scanning for clues. This hyper-awareness becomes your second language, and it's draining, even when nothing's technically wrong. You're tired, but you feel like you shouldn't be. They're still okay. You tell yourself this over and over, but you're managing invisible stress. It's not just the tasks, it's the anticipation, the mental load of watching and waiting and being ready, just in case. It's hard to explain to friends. They think, oh, but your mom's still fine, right? They don't see how your world has already shifted. How you're saying no to things, subtly, canceling plans, avoiding weekends away, staying within range, just in case. It's not dramatic, but it's real. It's always on. You've learned to pack quickly, to adjust your day with a moment's notice, to sense changes in their tone, to read between the lines. You've become part interpreter, part assistant, part advocate, and all of it, without a title. You check in often, you remind, you follow up, you troubleshoot tech, refill meds, and double-check the fridge. You go to sleep with your phone nearby. You pause when a number you don't recognize pops up. You scan for signs. Are they slowing down? Are they managing okay? You don't want to overstep, but you also can't step back. This is the space in between, and no one gives you a name tag for it, but your nervous system knows, your calendar knows, your energy knows, you are already showing up, already giving, and that deserves care too. Even now, before the transition begins, your nervous system is absorbing every small shift. Your heart is already preparing for what's ahead, even if your mind hasn't said it out loud. So don't wait until you're exhausted to begin caring for yourself. Don't wait until the crisis hits. Start now. Start while there's still space to breathe. So, what do? You're not burned out, but you're stretched. You're not a full-time caregiver, but you're not living your own life untouched. You're somewhere in between. And that space needs support, too. Start here, acknowledge it, say the words, "I'm helping my parent age in place, not someday, now." That one sentence gives your experience shape. Then look at your rhythms, your habits, your time. Where are you giving without recovering? Where are you available 24/7, without boundaries? Where are you shrinking your own life to protect theirs? These are hard questions, but you're allowed to ask them. You're allowed to protect your peace while you prepare. Build a system, a notebook, a shared calendar, a call log. Don't hold everything in your head. Make space for your brain to breathe. And talk about it, not just with your siblings, if you have them, but with someone outside the family. Tell a friend, "I'm the silent manager right now." Say it. Let them hear it. Let them hold space for you. You don't need to be praised, but you do need to be seen. And if you've been feeling isolated, there's nothing wrong with you. You've simply taken on more than most can see. Let your body rest. Let your mind release. Let your soul feel safe to name what you're going through, because this isn't imagined. It's not exaggerated. It's just often invisible. And that makes it even more important to validate. And when you start to feel guilty, because you will, when you cancel a visit or delay a call or take a weekend completely off, remind yourself, resting now keeps you ready later. Burnout before the caregiving begins doesn't help anyone. Make space for your own life. Because when you care for yourself now, you strengthen your ability to care later. This isn't selfish, it's sustainable. One fall, one hospitalization, one hard conversation. When that moment comes, you'll step in. But for now, step back sometimes. Make space for your own life. Sometimes the hardest part of caregiving is the space in between. Not the crisis, not the call, but the quiet. The waiting, the wondering, the wait. You hold a whole world inside. Routines, worry, hope, guilt, love. And yet you keep showing up. So before we go, take a breath. This space is for you. You're doing more than enough, even when it feels like you're not. A quiet word just for you. Before you go, let me ask you something simple, but important. What's one part of your story you wish someone understood? The caregiving you do in silence, the decisions you've made with love, the energy you pour into your parents' life while trying not to lose your own. You don't have to carry it alone. This space was made for voices like yours. Quiet, steady, strong. Leave a comment if this video reflected even a piece of your journey. Let others see it. Let someone else feel seen. And if you'd like more moments like this, real, grounded, human, subscribe. This is Serene Transitions, and your voice matters.